Hello, I'm here with Sebastián Vignau Lehmann. He is 25 years old and he studies engineering, and he wants to aspire to be a filmmaker. How are you, Sebastián?
Very good, very good, very good. Here I am. Yeah, so that's me. I'm Sebastián Vignau, and I've been studying engineering now for about 6 years. This is my last year, so I'll be out by the end of this year, and after that I want to get into filmmaking. I got into filmmaking about like 4 years ago because of skiing. So we started filming skiing with some friends.
That's when you start to be interested in the filmmaking.
Exactly, that's when I started to have the interest in actually working with cameras and filming stuff and editing and producing and everything. But my love for cinema as an art form comes from before. I really loved films during all my life, and at some point I started filming for skiing, and eventually I figured why not do the both.
Okay,
Mix.
how do you start with that, producing by yourself?
Yeah, okay, so with the sports we started making videos with friends, and eventually I got a little bit out of that and decided to make my first short film. And so I met up with a friend of mine who also has a passion for filmmaking and cinema. And I don't know, just came up to him, pitched the idea, and found out that he was also interested, and I don't know, we started from there.
Do you remember who was your first shoot or documental or short?
Yeah, I actually remember, but from skiing or from also cinema?
From
in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a skiing one that we did when we went to Volcán Yaima in southern Chile.
Okay.
With like 4 friends, and we were invited by this hotel to stay there for free, and we had to make a video for the resort. It's a very small resort.
Okay.
And yeah, it was very fun. It was like 5 days of non-stop shooting and had a lot of fun.
How tough it is to be a filmmaker, or in this case your first short was difficult? How tough it is?
Yeah, it's very difficult because you need a lot of footage, because not all the footage is going to be quality one, so you need quantity so you can get the quality, And the other hard part is the editing, by far. That's for me is the toughest part, definitely.
You're doing something to improve that? You're studying something?
Yeah.
You want to study?
Exactly. So currently I am studying engineering, but on my free time I study a lot of filmmaking, but not as an official career, So basically books and the internet have given me a lot of lessons in filmmaking, editing, producing, and writing scripts.
So until now you haven't had classes of editing or filmmaking? Just by your own?
Yeah, just by my own, but only one semester I got into a cinema studies sort of diploma thing.
Okay.
That lasted 6 months, and that was pretty cool, but...
That was in the university?
No, it was independent producing company that had a course.
Oh, okay. How long was that?
6 months.
6 months?
Yeah. But I wouldn't say that's my real source of learning. I'd say I've learned a lot more from books and the internet. Definitely.
But you get more passionate with that 6 months of 6 months.
Yeah,
of learning?
the cool thing about that course was to get together with other people that were also interested and really passionate about cinema, and being able to talk in a round table, about cinema and about directors and about different movies, and what do we think is good in a movie, what do we think is bad in a movie, and I don't know, it was pretty fun.
What's your favorite style of filming or movies? What's your reference?
It's a tough question because it's the same as in music, I don't really love a specific genre. I love good music, the same as I like good movies,
So for example, your favorite movies?
The classics.
Just a guy.
If I have to pick one, I'd say probably Stanley Kubrick, or maybe Martin Scorsese, or Richard Linklater, one of the more new ones, not only to say old guys. Richard Linklater is a big guy right now, and Paolo Sorrentino also, an Italian guy.
Okay, that's it's not so well known, but I heard that he does some like more underground movies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, Richard Linklater did the most recent like big movie was Boyhood, movie that was shot in 12 years.
Okay.
And you can actually see the characters like getting older in the movie. And it's pretty interesting. And then Paolo Sorrentino, yeah, he's an Italian guy. Also, like in Italy, he's really big, but like for world cinema, he's like more of an independent guy.
Okay.
And he's done one of my favorite movies, which is La Grande Bellezza, The Great Beauty.
Okay.
And also Youth, an amazing movie. And he did recently a small TV series on a pope, the young pope, it's called.
Okay. It's a series in Netflix.
Yeah, I don't think it's from HBO if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, it's pretty good.
What are your plans on the future right now? What are you thinking to do about this passion you have?
Okay, so currently I'm going to start shooting my next short film this weekend actually.
Okay.
And well, after that, next short film until the end of the year. And after that, I'm planning on applying for film school in New York. And that's a very tough process. It's not only like just like applying, you know, you have to send a lot of like artistic portfolio. So I don't know, work on that, hopefully get accepted and head to New York.
But you're planning like you're measured about it, or you're planning like you have a dream to.
I'd say I definitely have a dream, but of course
you're more realistic by studying engineering, or you want to really work on the film industry?
I definitely really want to work on the film industry, though I understand the reality of the business or the art form, and like it's not that easy, you know. It's not obvious that I'm going to end up making my own films. Maybe I have to work with someone else. I don't know. We'll see in the way, you know. But definitely I want to work in filmmaking.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Of course, of course. Thank you.
Take care.